Hello, welcome to Scouting in Vermont, Adventure Awaits. In this month's episode, we will be taking a look at scouting in action. In previous episodes, we talked about the benefits of scouting here in Vermont, what the program entails, and how it works for both male and female scouts, youth, and adult volunteers. We've also seen in previous episodes how scouting affects the local communities, youth, and the adults that participate. In this month's episode, we wanted to focus on showing you scouting in action at events that youth participate in and enjoy here locally and throughout the state. There's two events that we will focus on in this month's episode. The first event is targeted around the Halloween holiday and is called Haunted Harvest Fest. This is an event that is targeted primarily to youth from the ages of first grade through fifth grade. This takes place as a day-long event and includes outdoor activities and games and skills to help introduce youth to the scouting program and to allow them to build confidence and experience in developing scouting skills as they grow and advance. The second event that we will review today is targeted around the Veterans Day holiday. This is an important event across the state and across the nation. Scouting in Vermont has been involved in participating in the Veterans Day holiday celebrations for over 20 years. Scouting locally across the state changes location and holds a Veterans Day celebration parade every year. Except for the 2020 calendar year, due to COVID-19 restrictions, Scouting has volunteered and participated with local veterans organizations to help celebrate and honor our active duty soldiers every year as they should. This year, the Veterans Day Parade was held in Vergennes, Vermont, and included a parade and a flyover from the Vermont Air National Guard with a Black Hawk helicopter, and was also unique in including both scouting youth as well as active members of the Vermont Army National Guard volunteers that are still in high school. As you will see when we go through these videos, Scouting is proud of our veterans, and we are proud to participate in celebrating the sacrifice and service of these people throughout our communities. Hopefully this episode will show you some of the events that Scouting does on an annual basis and gives you some idea of the fun and activities that youth get to participate in, as well as the Scouting's message of serving the community and giving back to those that serve us. Thank you and enjoy. The cheer that these scouts are doing is a common cheer throughout our Camp Sunrise Cub Scout camp staff. Most of the people that organized and ran the event stations for Haunted Harvest Fest this year were camp staff volunteers. And you can see most of them are in their late teens and early 20s. So Camp Sunrise is actually located in Benson, Vermont, and has been there since, for north of 30 years. So every year around this time in alignment with the fall theme, there's typically hay rides that the kids can take, and it can be used just for some relaxation and fun around the camp property, or certainly you can stop and and use that as a shuttle to get from event to event. So for this year, we included some other events that the kids just really loved. There's some inflatable bouncy house and some kind of target football throwing activities. Some of the events are timed or skill-based, and some are just there for fun. And the kids really enjoyed being able to kind of do these activities at their own pace. This was quite fun. The kids loved it. This is kind of a makeshift tarp and slide using some camp cabin mattresses as the car or the tool to ride down. And obviously this volunteer got his workout for the week, pulling and being the engine and the power to bring these kids up and down the hill. Again, we're getting into some of the target throwing games. We really try to encourage all youth participation for this. And the different events that we had this year included things like a water dunk tank, inflatable bouncy house, and some of the other items that we have the youth doing in these events are BB gun shooting, slingshots, bow and arrows, things of that nature as well. So it's really all about getting the kids out and doing some fun activities outside. So this is the beginning of the parade in Vergennes. This was organized primarily through adult volunteers in the Vergennes area, through the American Legion post in Vergennes that helped sponsor it, and obviously youth participation in scouts throughout the communities. What's special about the Vergennes, or not just Vergennes, but what's special about the Veterans Day celebrations with scouting is the city and location that hosts the parade moves around the state and changes every year. The scouts have been actively participating in celebrating the Veterans Day holiday since the early 1980s, and except for COVID-19 in 2020, this has been a uninterrupted event of scouts and adult volunteers honoring veterans. As you can see here, these are a lot of the scout units from the Addison County region that took time out of their schedules to come and honor veterans specifically. What's special about this, the planning that goes into hosting these events, is there's participation with our military armed services. Obviously you can see the armed services band, but also it requires volunteer and active participation with local community leaders as well, and veterans organizations. Vergennes actually hosts the largest Memorial Day parade in the state every year, even though it's a relatively small town. But you can see we have, this is a unit from Georgia, Vermont. We had units from all four corners of the state come to honor veterans on this year's parade, and really it's a great experience for these kids to get out and see that they're serving their communities and making sure that there's a level of respect involved when it comes to military service. So we thank units for participating in this and taking the time to travel from wherever they're located in the state to show up and be seen. Cub Scouts. The scouting program is the heart and soul of the program are Cub Scouts. These are youth that are are grades 1, and in some cases kindergarten through grade 5. And then it shouldn't be it shouldn't be overlooked, the older scouts, especially the teenagers, when they get into ages 14, 15, 16. There's a lot of things out there vying for their time. school commitments, sports, other activities, work. When those kids continue to show up and participate in scouting events, it really gives the younger scouts somebody to look up to, and they see what scouting is meant to be across age ranges and demographics. Montpelier, we've got people that drove, in some cases, several hours, even just a few people in individual units that were willing to come and honor veterans. Northfield, it was nice to see them continuing to participate, and the location will change. The early indicators are that the Veterans Day Parade in 2022 will be held and hosted in Barrie, Vermont. These soldiers are unique. They are, in this particular case, with the Veterans Day being held in Vergennes, hosted in Vergennes. These are National Guard, Army National Guard soldiers that are 17 and 18 years old. They are seniors in high school in Vergennes, and are also Eagle Scouts from the Vergennes community as well. All right, guys, good afternoon. We're here with Chris Therian and Andrew Kachmar, who are both scouts and in the National Guard. So, Andrew, we'll start with you. How old were you when you got involved in scouting?
I don't remember exactly how old I was. I know I started in the Wolves. I came in there, so was I 7, 8 years old?
Yep.
Like that. And I don't really remember. I think Dad just said, "Hey, do you want to go check this thing out? Seems kind of cool." And went with that.
Okay. Chris, how about you? How old were you when you started scouting?
I started scouting around 7, 8. Went in as a Tiger, came out as an Eagle Scout.
Okay. Andrew, what rank are you? Are you an Eagle yet or not yet?
Not quite. No, we're just finishing up paperwork for my project. So.
Okay, great. Where do you guys go to school?
Right here at Vergennes Union High School.
You guys both juniors or seniors? What grade are you in now?
We're both seniors right now.
Okay. And I see you're both in uniform. Do you guys in the Army, in the Air National Guard? What branch are you in?
Army National Guard.
Okay. How old were you guys when you enlisted?
17.
Okay. So have you already gone through some level of training or no?
We both went through basic training our junior and senior year.
Yep, in between junior and senior year.
Okay. Cool. So what jobs are you guys going to do in the National Guard?
So I joined as a 91 Bravo. That's my MOS, and that's Military Occupational Specialty. And that is a wheeled vehicle mechanic. So trucks, Humvees, trailers, anything with wheels, I'll work on it.
Okay, and Chris, how about you?
I joined as a 31 Bravo, military police. So I will be guarding bases and having some fun there.
Okay, great. So the fact that you guys started out as Cub Scouts and you guys, one is Eagle and the other's almost an Eagle, what do you guys enjoy about scouting? What kept you going?
Everything. I like the camping and spending time with the guys. It was a lot of fun. Our troop has a camp in Ripton, and it's a lot of fun to go there and have a fire, play cards at the table, and learn how to cook food and learn different things about the environment around you.
It would have to be the same thing for me, being connected with other people, even if they're not in your hometown. Going to all these other events, all these camporees, jamborees, meeting new people everywhere, having some fun.
What was your favorite scouting memory that you can think of?
I think it was really cool when our troop ran the Klondike Derby and Sea Base. When we went to Sea Base as a troop, that was a lot of fun.
What is Sea Base and where is that?
So Sea Base is a Boy Scout high adventure camp. It's one of 4 that the Boy Scouts of America owns, and that's in the Florida Keys. They've got kind of 2 campuses, if you will, and then they've got an island. And we did the island adventure, so we spent a week on the island going fishing and snorkeling, and it's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
My favorite memory, I would have to say, is the high adventure camps. So I went to the National Jamboree and the Sea Base, and I spent the week there. National Jamboree is located in West Virginia, and it happens every 4 years, like the Olympics. It was a very rare thing for me to do. It was an awesome time, and I would definitely do it again if I could. But unfortunately, I moved on to better things.
So, looks like you guys arrived in style today. Congratulations. That looks pretty fun. If you guys could reach out and talk to some young kids that might be on the fence and trying to decide whether they want to try out scouting, what you guys have any advice for them, or anything you'd say about scouting in general?
Find a buddy and go to a meeting. You know, it's a lot of fun to go to meetings. You know, it might take you a little while to break out of your shell and to talk to people, but once you get into it and you start talking with people, and you go on a camp out, it's a lot of fun. You end up making bonds with the other scouts, and it's a lot of fun.
For me, my advice is if the first meeting doesn't quite pique you, keep going until there's a camporee. Once you go to a camporee, that's where the real fun stuff begins. That's what will get you hooked.
All right. Thanks for giving me a couple minutes, guys. Nice to meet you, and congratulations on your success in the military and Eagle Scout and soon to be Eagle Scout. So, thank you. As you can see from the videos and the clips that we just viewed, scouting is an important part of our local communities, and in serving youth and developing scouting skills, confidence, and educational opportunities for both male and female participants. The Haunted Harvest Fest happens every year, typically within the week leading up to Halloween. This is a prime opportunity for youth to get out and experience games and fun activities in the outdoors with their peers. It's important to understand that many of these activities are activities that can be done year-round and that really benefit youth in building confidence and building skills. Many of these activities, including shooting sports, camping, cooking, hiking, and other outdoor activities, are things that youth can participate in throughout the year, but are also highlighted annually during summer vacations and summer camp outings. The Veterans Day celebration and the volunteers that pulled together these events should be commended. It's important for us to recognize those that serve, and it is also unique in this case that not only are Youth Scouts and Eagle Scouts participating in these flyovers, but it should be noted how unique it is to have Eagle Scouts that have also volunteered to serve in our armed forces. Approximately 2% of all youth that join the scouting program reach Eagle. That is a very small percentage, and we are proud of our Eagle Scouts that have reached this mark. It is also of note that approximately only 1% of high school graduates nationally volunteer to serve in the military. It is of note that if you look at Eagle Scout participation in our armed services, that approximately 2,000 to 3,000 soldiers are the extent of those that serve that are Eagle Scouts and also volunteer for armed services. This is a unique opportunity, and it is very rare to see that level of commitment and service to our local communities and nationally. We like to thank those scouts and those soldiers that decided to serve, and it should bode well for our local communities that some youth have volunteered to serve in this capacity and how rare that actually is. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again.